For Bishop Brossart, this athletic complex, it means they got a place to call home. For the past 50 years, they have not had any home fields for soccer, football, track and field, and baseball and softball. They've had to travel to different sites to play sports. So now they'll have their own home. It's been a long time coming. They've actually purchased the land in 2007. So it's taken 12 years to get to this point. So it's been exciting to be a part of that. I graduated there in 1990, played soccer. We did not have any home soccer field, but my daughter's there now. She's a freshman, be a sophomore next year. So this is slated to be done in August of this year, so she would get to use that field. And then I have 3 boys that are all into soccer and track, so hopefully they'll get to use it as well.
All 4 years I played baseball at Brossart. You're carpooling, you're driving on county back roads, and it was somebody else's facility, and we always had to maintain it and take care of it as somebody else's. And there would sometimes be youth baseball or softball also being using the same facility since it was a shared facility. But I mean, this really gives them a place close to school. It gives them a place of their own. So I think it means a lot to everybody in the Bishop Brossart community. It means a lot to myself as well. Just being an alumni, I enjoyed working on the project, held it a little bit closer to my heart there. Just driving in, you're going to notice a difference in this site. The stadium is set down in a lower elevation. With the topography and the grade change, it worked out that way.
So we put the central plaza in the middle, and you'll be elevated above the fields to see down into the fields, especially the stadium for the soccer and track and football. And then you'll have this central plaza gathering space, which is going to have eventually a multi-purpose event center. But it'll start off with locker rooms and concessions and offices.
If you go 360 around, you're gonna have the football on one side and then the baseball and softball on the other side. So yeah, that plaza is kind of that center focal point when you're driving in. That's gonna be very prominent. It's one of the first things you're gonna see. Then you'll kind of drive off to the sides to kind of find your parking space, and then you'll kind of have that grand entrance into the facility right at the plaza and kind of looking out over the field. A couple of the challenges that we ran into on the project were the site topography. There's just a lot of grade change, as we kind of know in northern Kentucky, but in particular on this site, I mean, there was 40, 50 feet of grade change from one side to the other. And the school, this being their main sports complex, they're trying to get the football, the softball, baseball, tennis, all on the same site. So just kind of getting everything to kind of lay out, and then stormwater management along those same lines, just getting it all to fit on the site was a bit of a challenge, but enjoyed working through it.
Another challenge was we had some large fills over 40, 50 feet. So in order to help expedite that settlement, that dirt is going to compact over time. We put these drainage blankets of stone in there, and that's going to help expedite the settlement. So that way they could get the construction sooner on the stadium versus having to wait a year more for this dirt to settle. So that was one thing we kind of incorporated in there with the help of geotechnology. So something nobody will see, but I'll know it every time I go there.
So on this project, we got to, I mean, all of our service lines were used. We had surveying from the initial part. We did some drone aerial mapping. We did landscape architecture as well as traffic. We had a turn lane for this amount of kind of cars coming in. So we worked with our traffic folks a little bit on that just to kind of size that turn lane coming in. You'll notice around the perimeter of the site, once it's kind of all built out, we had our landscape architects meet kind of the zoning requirements for all the perimeter landscaping, as well as we're going to have a trail around the entire complex that's going to be open to not only the people of Bishop Brossart and the Bishop Brossart community, but also anybody kind of within the city as well. So I mean, it's really going to be something added to the city of Alexandria more so than just Bishop Brossart as well. So working with our landscape architects, we got that nice trail around the facility and some of the plantings and enhancements within the site as well. This was the first time I had the opportunity to work with the Diocese of Covington. Getting the opportunity to work with the bishop and kind of meet him and go to meetings with him, pretty neat experience. I think they kept us on track. They pushed us a little bit. They didn't just give us what we wanted right off the bat. They made us work for it a little bit, and I think in the end it's gonna benefit the school and benefit the diocese.
I'm excited to see it completed because it's been 12 years. I remember helping them when they first were considering buying the land, going out and looking at it with them and seeing if it was worthwhile. So I'm excited to see the grandstands come out and see this new turf field that these kids will be able to use for many years to come.
So over the last 4 years, this committee and everyone involved has had a vision of the MAC with anticipation of this day when we can start construction.
So today we say let the construction begin, and in August/September we will say let the games begin.